Hello and happy Wednesday. You are on the Heart of Success show, and I'm your host, Larissa Vakulina. I go live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time. And here on the Heart of Success show, I discuss different topics and different methods, tips, techniques, and practices how you can create success in all areas of your life, not only in a traditional way of success in business or professional success, more of a overall life success that we all long for and so hard to get it all and achieve it all. So here, I share my own personal experience of building my dream life, my life that I love to live, and how did I get there? I'm sorry, just need to drink. So today, I'm going to elaborate on the topic of choices, how and from where we make our choices. So the more person is evolved and understand the connection between the cause and effect, the better and more healthier and more life supporting choices the person make. But most of the time, we kind of live on automatic mode. We go to school, we finish our universities, we have this perception and idea that we would like to be not worse than others, and we start to create our life with the idea that we need to have a dream job, and we need to have the job that bring us wealth, and we need to buy this particular house or this particular car, and we kind of move on the surface of our lives, and we very rarely deeply look at our longing, deep longing of really what my dream is or what my longing in life is. We hold it within ourselves as some unattainable goal, as something that is fantasy, and we kind of hold it within ourselves as a place to go and get better feeling. We kind of not pursue these dreams of our inner longing, and most of the time during this betrayal, I would say, we move through the career or even a dream job. We found the time in our lives where we need to make serious choices. It's really rare, and these people are very lucky if they found a dream job from that young age and actually go through that job and grow and have the career and really fulfilled with the role that they play. Unfortunately, in most cases, we kind of adjust ourselves to the roles that are more paid, or the roles that bring more benefit, the roles that are giving us some sort of comfort, and we keep that dream, that longing, in our deepest corners of ourselves, in that landscape where no one really have access, and even ourselves, we don't allow ourselves to go there very often, because we only go there as a fantasy, and when we really in reality don't believe that it is possible to create reality from that dreams. And this is really is something that is blocking us to achieve this dream. It blocks us to actually create the reality from that dream. So we keep moving with all the safety and all the knowing and all of these places and jobs and activities that we are familiar with. We feel very comfortable to be in that places where we don't have much fear. We don't really challenged a lot with all the emotional stuff, and so we keep doing it. There is another choice, and that choice is really let go of everything, let go of the stuff that is not serving you anymore. This is the hardest choice. And not many people go all in and choose that choice, right? Not many people make these choices that drop everything and basically just you know leave your comfortable job for your dream, or leave your relationship that you think that is so valuable, which in reality could be a codependent relationship. So we kind of have this habitual way of looking at life, and we betraying ourselves with this choices that are very safe, with the choices that are within the comfort zone, the choices that are possibly not really giving us a lot of fulfillment, but it gives us that safety net that we kind of comfortable with. And of course there's all these choices in between these two extremes of staying in a safe space or letting it all go, and all of these other choices in between. It is dependent on the level and variety of where our consciousness is, where our perception of ourselves is, and how do we perceive our own divine essence, and um, how this longing is wanting to get out and be shared with the world, and what is on a way for us to actually have this essence and that genius that is within ourselves to start to come out. So there's many different choices, and it is all depend on on the levels of consciousness, and of course the level of self-understanding. Most of the time we don't really even know how to understand ourselves, because we go to school, we go to universities, we study, and we go and we train for skills and train for roles, and we live the life that is created by someone else, and that of course is not really bringing us the happiness, the joy, the health that we all look after. So we need to start to live our own unique life that we need to create. Well, this is really a very challenging choice, but unfortunately, it needs to be made. Even sooner or later, you will be confronted by this choice. You will be forced by make decision, and of course, there's no right and wrong. Everyone is different. We're all unique. But I believe that right now, in everything that is happening outside, and how much we are challenged with all the instability, with all the insecurities, all the unknown, all of these things that are happening right now on this epochal crossroads that we are living and participating right now, is the best time to start to make these serious choices. This is really it. I mean, right now, no one escapes to make these choices. There is no time, as it was 20 or 30 years ago, that we could actually put our head in the sand and we kind of everything will pass over us and we safe. Right now, there's no one will be unaffected by the wave of awakening, by the wave of rising the collective and individual consciousness. So the level of consciousness that we make our choices from is of course is related to the makeup of our full energy consciousness system, which is our energy fields, the plasma, the physical body, the emotional, psychological, mental, and everything that is within this system, because it is a multi-dimensional system and nature that we have. The slight distortion on the deeper levels of our beings affected all the other consecutive levels of who we are. And this is really playing a very vital role in what choices in life we make. So we could just make a few steps towards our dream, but then we feel the fear and untrust, and we back off. We retreat back in our safety space of knowing and some sort of stability. So then we try to do it again, and we kind of back off again. Well, this is really is half living and half dying, because this type of choices not bringing to us uh, any creative energy. It is almost like, you're not going with a creative wave, with the pulse and impulse of life that is bringing you forward, exactly for the purpose of you making that choice for yourself, to be sharing yourself, to be noticed, to be seen, to be a part of this awakening, to show your essence as a divine being and as a powerful part of this collective creation. So when we challenged through some negative creations and through some experiences in our life that are not what we desired and not what we actually wanted and intended, we kind of shook off, we shaken off, we wobbling through this painful experience, we kind of trembling within and have that emotional and mental, psychological, spiritual pain. We don't understand that, and we kind of it hits our defense system, right? We start to defend by blaming someone else, by blaming system, by blaming politicians, by blaming neighbor, by blaming partner. So basically, we have this mechanism of waking up. We have the mechanism of challenging and forcing us to look deeper and get into the deeper places within ourselves. But we have the defense, and that challenge hit the defense and start to wobble us and start to really take us out of the balance. But we kind of put the armor on, we put the defense on, we start to justify ourselves, we start to find someone who is more at fault of how you feel. We start to demand someone else to to be a certain way or do a certain things in order for us to feel better. So basically, I call it, Barbara Brennan called it imbalanced homeostasis. So we kind of traveling for a while, we feel pain, but then we go back. So the challenge or the crisis or the conflict or whatever it is that taking us out of balance didn't really crack us open in a very deep level. It really touched only our defense mechanism. And when we repel back this discomfort, we kind of repel back the opportunity to get these lessons through us, to get this pain through the deeper levels of ourselves, through the essence of who we are, and then process it and heal it. So each time we basically repel the challenging situation by defending, we not really serving ourselves well, because we keep recycling and keep having vicious cycles of the choices, keeping our heads down in the sand, keep repeating and repeating what is really not working for us anymore. So yes, thank you, MJ. You hear absolutely the why. Why are you living the life are you living? Why are you living the life that you don't like? Well, it's time to start to take, some little steps. Number one, of course, you need to be really very honest with yourself. You need to start to see yourself in a very, very truthful light. And just have that inner dialogue with yourself. Am I fearing stepping into my power? Am I fearing stepping and creating the life I love? What I'm fearing? What is on a way for me to create the life I want? What if this is not true? Are we ever? Are we? We really have the capacity to challenge these beliefs, these fears, and it's only that shift, the mental shift, the inner shift, the shift in intention needs to take place. I'm not telling you go and change your life, drop your work and just start to really go all in. That's my way, that's my choice. I did that, but it is kind of extreme and maybe not for everyone and not for many. But what needs to happen first is that shift within yourself. That shift needs to be happen first on that level of intention. I intend, I declare, I decide, and I take first step towards my dream. So that's inner shift. Doesn't need to really have anything to do with your external creations, with your external jobs, or with your other, things that you do. First, it needs to happen inside of you, on a level of your intention, on a level of your mental desire, in a level of your mental choice. That needs to be a strong decision. If we have this, um, you know, I'm feeling that I would like to go into the steps to get my dream, but I really don't know. If only someone else can help me, or if only my partner will be supportive, or if only. So we have a lot of excuses. We create them because we have that fear. We don't trust ourselves. So to really make healthy, life supporting, fulfilled choices towards your dreams, you need to start to learn how to trust yourself. And that, again, is a mental, emotional, psychological, and spiritual shift. Stop living imbalanced homeostasis and vicious cycling through these choices that bring you back again into the same pretentious life that you keep living and pretending that you are happy with a life that someone else created for you and said, this is the life you have to live. So it's time. It's time to start to really think for yourself, feel for yourself, declare for yourself, and really make these decisions, certain decisions within yourself. Once that done, once that 100% decision within yourself is established, you will be amazed how quickly the external forces will start to help you to realize your dream and realize your potential. This is really how the universe works. This is really how the natural law works, because I've been there. I was so afraid to make that first step. I was trying number of times, but I will retreat back and I will sit in my comfortable zone, in a comfortable situation where I don't really need to challenge myself and have this pain going through this search of my connection to essence. But really, the price of connecting to yourself is high, but it's worth it. You would not even imagine what you can create if you start to make this decision. This is really is something that it is still blowing my mind away with the way and a state of what I could create. I would never ever even imagined that it is possible, but I knew everything is possible. Absolutely everything is possible within that inner choices, within this inner intelligence of your multidimensional beings. It's only that you need to get to that state of really wanting and desiring to start to change your life towards your dream life. So there's of course, a few highlights I want to just remind you through everything that I'm telling you is like it's nothing new. Everyone knows about it. It's like it's everywhere. It's around in all the social medias, everywhere. All the healers, all the coaches, all the mentors are talking about it. Get to your get reach your potential. Your dreams are, and your heart longings and your soul longings is the way to go. But really, how do we do that? Well, how do we do that? Because it really seems like it's easy to say than done. It is in one sense, but once you make that first step, it is already almost like 50% of the task done. Another 50% will be automatically support you, right? So the 3 points is like honestly for yourself identify what are you turning away from, thinking it will disappear. Are you turning away from the job that you don't like but you still keeping? Are you turning away from the relationship that is abusive or codependent but you still thinking that it's gonna to change or disappear? Are you turning away from the state of your health that is really related a lot on your choices? Are you turning away and really glossing over of something that really needs to be looked deeply? Well, this is really my invitation to you to start to look at all areas of your life, and anywhere in any area of your life, any little discomfort or little guilt or little shame or some sort of conflict, if you feel in that area, well, then this is the indication that you need to start to go deeper, right? So the second point is the only things that you need to change is your inner landscape. It's not necessary at this stage to change anything outside of you. You can go and do the job that you still been doing, but the inner intention and your why and your understanding of your dreams and longings needs to be changed, and your clear decision and declaration of your intention needs to be established. And the third point is strive to break the state of imbalanced homeostasis. It is really sleeping comfortable place where we return all the time when we feel the fear, when we feel untrust, when we feel confusion, unknown, when we don't see clarity, we go back into this imbalanced homeostasis, which is really not fully living and not fully dying. It's like half living, half dying. This is not bringing any happiness, not bringing any joy, not bringing any health, or not bringing any fulfillment. It is actually slowly eroding all of your life, your system, your physical, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual. All your relationships are suffering from that state of living half life. That's the way. Unfortunately, there's no another way. There's no way around it. And we go around and around and around, and we keep that imbalanced homeostasis for so long. But I think we reach the point now, individually and collectively, to start to make very serious choices. So, yes, I would like to finalize today about choices and various levels of the consciousness. So people are starting to awake. People are starting to see how we've been alert, we've been deceived into believing that the life that created by someone else is the life we have to live. But it is really is very damaging and very very harmful for the soul of the human being, for our wellness, for our creation, for the potential that we come here to achieve and create collectively and individually the life that we all love to live. So I'll come back to you next Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time. And today I wish you start to take these first steps and start to make these choices. I actually invite you to make that first step. And also would like to remind you that many of us right now, without even realizing, and many denying that that we're feeling okay, or people are moving forward and things on the background of our beings, we all feel overwhelmed. And it's not necessarily that we feel overwhelmed from unfinished ever our to-do lists, but we feel overwhelmed from uncertainty, from insecurity, from unknown, from these epochal changes that we are witnessing and participating in. So if anyone really wants to take that first step to start to first deal with the feeling of overwhelm, well, then this is the link. You can go and make a choice if you would like to get on and have that 90 minutes of the digital workshop, online workshop that you can really assist yourself. I have this car behind me. See, this is really foggy and it's very wet. A lot of rain coming up, and I have mushrooms on the grass growing there. So, just make that choice towards yourself and honor yourself. Start to really learn about who you really are and start from here. I really wish you all the best. Love yourself, and I'll come back next. Oh, yes. What I'm doing here. Yes. So I'll see you next week.